Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me in this live section. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button, like and share this video. So guys, Nigerians have refused to leave Ghana despite the protest that happened, last week Saturday. So now in the heart of West Africa, two historic neighbors, Nigeria and Ghana, once again find themselves entangled in a complex dance of immigration, identity, and national security. This time, the streets of Accra have echoed an old formula slogan: Nigerians must go. What triggered the wave of the protest? Who is fueling the flames, and why has President Tinubu envoy and Ambassador Bianca Odumegwu Ojukwu, why she stepped in? Guys, we will see all of this in this live section. So stay with me as I unpack the facts, the history, and the uncomfortable truth behind the growing diplomatic flashpoint. So, guys, I'm going to tell you why Bianca Ojukwu went to Ghana, because ever since started this protest, Nigerians must go, Ghana president was silent about it. Even Ghanaians were now asking, I thought you said you came for the youth and all of that. He was silent, not only for us to see Ojukwu, Bianca's wife, and Bianca Ojukwu, she went to visit. In fact, she visited Ghana because of this protest, over this protest, saying that Nigerians must go. Now, I'll tell you what happened, the outcome of the visit and everything in this live section. So, guys, stay with me. Meanwhile, let me take you back to the protest, what happened and everything. Now, placard reading Nigerians must go, end kidnapping, end prostitution, with red dressed protesters chanting on a tense Saturday at the famous Accra, in fact, the famous Oba Road, that's in Accra. Hundreds of Ghanaian citizens gathered, wrapped in national flag and symbolic red attire, a traditional marker of resistance and mourning. Their message is loud and unambiguous. They are saying Nigerians must go. Placard condemned alleged crimes linked to some Nigerians: kidnapping, prostitution, ritual killing, armed robbery, and fraud. Some even singled out the Igbo community with placard asking, "Our kids are getting missing because of Igbos." These sentiments, whether justified or didn't emerge overnight. It has roots in rising insecurity, sensational viral video, and long-lasting suspicions about foreign criminal network operating within Ghana borders. So now let me take you back to the protest. Then I'll tell you why Bianca Ojukwu went to Ghana, and then I'll tell you the outcome of what happened, the outcome of her visit in Ghana. Take a look at the protest when Ghanaians were saying Nigerians must go. Take a look.
We have your bad life, Nigerians. Nigerians, we have your bad life. Stop kidnapping. Stop human trafficking. Stop stealing. Stop armed robbery. We are sick and tired of Nigerians in Ghana. This is a peaceful walk. It's not a demonstration. But this message goes to every Nigerian and to our immigration officers at the borders. If you allow the Nigerians into the country, what are they coming to do? We know we are all equals. What is the purpose of Nigerians every place they come into Ghana? What are they coming here to do? Then they are killing us. Time will come, you and I, our children cannot go out and buy something and come back. You cannot go night and go and buy your Indomie. You and I cannot close work at night and come home peacefully. Look at what they did to our mother in Nigeria High Commission. Ghana High Commission in Nigeria. High Commission in Nigeria. They kill her from his car. They kill her. Why Nigerians? Are you the only people in Ghana? Are you the only people in the world? China is chasing Nigeria. South Africa is chasing Nigeria. Uganda is chasing Nigeria. Why Nigerians? Especially the Igbos and the so-called Igbo king. This is a message to him. He is to be very, very vigilant. Not to even call himself a king in this land again. Thank you. Let's go.
So that was the protest. Yeah, I took you guys to the protest that happened when Ghanaians were saying Nigerians must go. And then Bianca Ojukwu, a senator in Nigeria, Tinubu senator, has gone to Ghana. In fact, she visited Ghana. I'm going to tell you guys the outcome of that visit in this live section. So stay with me, because then Ghanaians were like, Nigerians must go, this, that, this. They have forgotten the bond Nigeria shares with Ghana. They have forgotten all these things. In fact, Nigerians, they have refused to leave Ghana. And the truth is that their president was silent when they came to the they didn't he didn't despite the protests and everything, their president was silent on it, to tell you that he knows the bond Nigeria and Ghana has shared. And because of that, Ojukwu, Bianca Ojukwu's wife, went to Ghana to talk to the president concerning that protest. Now, I will tell you the outcome of that protest in this live section. Now, let's talk about one thing, because Nigerians, even before Bianca went to Ojukwu, before that, Nigerians said they are not going anywhere. They said clearly that they are not going anywhere. If there's any criminal in your state, deport them. But as for us, they are the good ones. We are not going anywhere. Now, I'm going to tell you what Rufai said. Rufai, Rufai of Arise, I think, yes, Arise TV, he said a lot of things. Even, so many journalists there, they said a lot of things concerning this Ghana must go protest and everything. I'm going to tell you what he said. He said Nigerians are not going anywhere. That is what he said. Now, let me now tell you something. You see, this is not just about Ghana or Nigeria. Let's look at South Africa. South Africa have repeatedly attacked few Africans, the Zimbabweans, Nigerians, calling them criminal, blaming them for unemployment and drug. They called it xenophobia. Later, we realized it's a worse Afrophobia. Africans turning on Africans. But here is the irony. Just weeks ago, South Africa fired the its Minister of Police because they uncovered a massive drug cartel inside the same police force. High ranking officers were running drugs. So, what's the real problem? Imagine people that are pointing hands at Nigerians, police officials that are pointing hands at Nigerians, saying they're the ones, controlling, they're the ones selling drug and all of that. But they are the real ones that are doing this thing. They're the real people that are playing the game, but they were pointing hands at Nigeria. What does this tell you? This tell you that there are many. I won't come and start defending Nigeria that they have not committed any crime in Ghana. I won't defend that. But let me now tell you that in all the nationality, you will see criminals. You will see criminals, and then coming to points, saying that Nigerians are they are fat, they are most corrupt, they are this is not acceptable. And it's appalling that it's Ghana and Nigeria. These two countries share a lot. Like, it's not even possible. When Ghanaians were protesting, it was so laughable, because it's not possible for Nigerians to leave Ghana. It's not possible. Now, remember, I said I'll tell you the outcome of that visit that Bianca visited Ghana because of that protest. I'm going to tell you the outcome in this live section. So now, the honest truth is that where exactly is Nigeria going to? Like, this is what El Rufai said. He said, we have been part of Ghana's story for nearly a century now. El Rufai of Arise TV, he said that Nigerians are not going anywhere. He said, Nigerians have been part of Ghana's story for a while now. Many Ghanaians live in Nigeria as well. He said, do you know the famous Ghanaian journalist? He once, one of Africa's best broadcaster, grew up in Nigeria. Do you know that Ghanaian current president once lived in Kwara State, Nigeria? Thousands of Ghanaians run businesses in Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt. We don't chase them out. We live as neighbors. Nigerians and Ghanaians trade together, marry each other, share culture and food. He said, the biggest markets in Ghana, you will see Nigerian traders adding value every day. We are too tied together to suddenly cut off. That is one thing they don't know. Nigeria and Ghana is tied together to suddenly cut off. So what is our real enemies is what we're supposed to be looking after, not chasing others. The lady running a saloon, the Nigerian students, the system that lets real criminals hide in plain sight, protected by corrupt officials and weak law enforcement. Crime must be punished, but blame individuals, not its entire country. Don't come and be saying blaming an entire country is not right. When we point fingers at each other, the real crook, the local and foreigners go free. Nigerians, Nigerians are saying that they are not going anywhere. Now, let me take you back to, what the outcome of that Bianca's visit in Ghana. Me, I knew that all these protests Nigerians must go. It will not even work. I knew it right from time, even when they started, protesting, even the Igbo king, whatever. Me, for that Igbo king, I just feel that if Ghanaians don't want an Igbo king, if they don't want an Igbo king, then Igbo king should rest. That was my own. If they don't, you cannot force something on in another man's country. If he doesn't want an Igbo king, in fact, some of the Ghanaians in the protest, they said they are not against having, having a group here or something. They said their problem is that this man said he's going to set up a kingdom. He said even if you come to Ghana, you will still see Liberian community or something. You see different community, but our problem is singling out a tribe, which is Igbo, to come and start to say you want to make kingdoms. It's the Ghanaians who are saying that they don't want it. So if Ghanaians said they don't want this in their land, why don't you rest? You see, for that one, I'm not part of it because it's their country, it's not your country. So that is it. So now I'm going to tell you what's happened in the, in fact, the outcome of Bianca's visit. I'll tell you in this live section. So stay with me. I have a lot, to tell you guys. So I was even surprised that the president of Ghana was even silent when the protest was going on, only for, Bianca to go and visit Ghana, and then I think they had to resolve the issue, telling Ghanaians to calm down and a lot of things. Now, and then they said that they should, in fact, Bianca told the president to deport or send away any criminal, any Nigerian criminal in Ghana. That is the way it's done. In America, anyone that commits crime, send them away. That's just it. Whenever you catch them, you send them away. You send them away. So now let's look further. The recognizing the volatile nature of the protest and the risk of the history repeating itself, Bola Ahmed Tinubu dispatched one of the most trusted diplomatic figures, which is Ambassador Bianca Odumegwu Ojukwu, Nigerian's Minister of the State for Foreign Affairs. Bianca Ojukwu herself, no strange to the corridors of power and controversy, arrived in Accra as Tinubu's special envoy on a delicate mission to calm nerves, gather facts, and preserve the fragile ties between Africa's two largest English-speaking economies. Now, according to Ojukwu's, Bianca's statement, she said that we are here in the Republic of Ghana on a fact-finding mission as special envoy of President Bola Tinubu. At a joint press conference along Ghana's Foreign Minister Samuel Lakwa, Ojukwu struck a note of, captious optimism. She stressed that despite the protests, Ghana was calm, no burning tires, no city-wide chaos, just a nation grappling with its internal security anxieties. This is what Ojukwu said. Now, to avoid escalation, Ojukwu called for the revival of the Nigerian-Ghana Joint Commission and the revival of Nigerian Ghana Joint Commission, a dormant diplomatic channel meant to tackle exactly this kind of bacterial crisis through dialogue and cooperation. So now, on his part, Ghana's Foreign Minister Samuel also appealed for calm. He reassured Nigerians and other foreign nationals living in Ghana that they remain protected by the Ghanaian government, provided they remain law-abiding. So Samuel pointed out that many viral videos fueling panic were misleading or outright false, adding that no credible threat exists on mass explosion. But he did not mince words about the need for all residents, citizens, and foreigners alike to respect Ghana law. Now, like I said, what's it called? An official in Ghana, Samuel, he actually told Ghanaians to be calm, that the violence is what led to the violence, or what led to the viral video, or the panic was misleading and it was an outright false, adding that no credible threat exists of mass explosion, but he did not mince word about the need for all residents and citizens and foreigners alike to respect Ghana law. He did not mince word on that. So now he said, regardless of our shared history, if these things are not managed well, it will take us back to the certain dark occurrence in our history. Now, he also reminded both countries of a painful past, Ghana's 1969 alien repatriation order and Nigeria's 1983 Ghana must go saga, 2 months in which thousands were forced to leave overnight, the deepening wound that still lingered decades later. So now, Ghana must go exodus, and he actually talked about the Ghana must go exodus. To truly understand today's friction, he said we must look back. In the 1969, Ghana expelled hundreds of thousands of American immigrants under the Alien Compliance Order. You remember, Ghana was the one. In fact, Ghana did it at first in 1969. They expelled many immigrants, and then in a twist of fate, in 1983, Nigerians turned the table, expelling over 1 million Ghanaians during an oil glut downturn. So for Ghanaians to come and be saying that see what Nigerians did to us in 19 this 19 that, you guys should remember that in 1969 you guys also expelled immigrants. I don't know if you guys understand. You guys expelled immigrants before, Nigerians in 1983 now expelled immigrants too. Expelled you guys. That was the Ghana must go saga then. You can see, and now you guys are saying Nigeria must go because of the criminals in your country. I don't even understand. Is there any way you will not see criminals? Me, when I saw that protest, it was laughable, because Nigerians would not leave that, would not leave your country. Nigerians would not leave your country. Nigerians will not leave that country. Ghana and Nigeria shares a lot of bond. Somebody said something. He said, let me show you guys. He said, Ghana always making noise, and most of them are in Nigeria, and thousands of them seek asylum here in Austria, Europe. I hope it's time they leave and go back to their country. I'm telling you, when I saw that protest, I felt like they were even making noise. I felt they were making noise, because number one is, there are many reasons why I felt they were making noise. Because at first, in 1969, Ghana expelled hundreds of and thousands of African immigrants under the aliens compliance order, excusing them of economic sabotage and everything. And then in 1983, Nigeria did their own. And now they are now saying Nigerians must go because of criminals. And Nigerians, I will not come and start saying or vowing that Nigerians, or Nigerians have not committed crime in Ghana. I will not vow that, because I know that in all the countries you will still see criminals from different tribe, from different country. In Nigeria here too, you still see criminals. My own is that if you find any criminal in Ghana or in any country, deport them. It's very simple. Deport them. You guys know that there are some good Nigerians in Ghana. There are Nigerians that have lived their life there for so many years, gave birth to their children, married each other, and now all of a sudden, because of criminal that you find everywhere, you're saying Nigerians must go. I don't understand. It won't work. It won't work. When I even saw that protest, it was laughable. I felt you guys were making noise. Hope you all know that these same Ghanaians are in Nigeria too. They are living in Nigeria. Some are living in Austria. Some are living in Europe. And you guys are saying Nigerians must go. I told you guys this protest won't even, it won't make sense at all. I came here, I told you guys this will not make sense. Somebody said Nigerians are welcomed in Ghana. Why not? Yes, because of that thing they signed. Every Nigerian, I was even wondering why the president of Ghana was silent about this. I was wondering why he was silent. I did not know that Nigerians have the legal rights. Any Nigerian, any Nigerian in Ghana has the legal rights to leave, because that was what Nigeria and Ghana signed. Every Nigerian living in Ghana have the legal rights. You cannot say you should go like that, because they signed that Nigerians can come to Ghana, live, work, trade, do their businesses, walk around freely, and as well as Ghana too. They can come to Nigeria and do whatever they want to do. So they have the legal right. For you to come and say leave is not possible. When I saw that protest, it was laughable. So somebody said something. Let's look at what this is. This person is a Ghanaian. No, all these Ghanaians, look at what your people say. This is what we want to be seeing. Things like this. We don't need all this anger. It won't take us anywhere. So this person said, as a people, we are too proud. I'm a Ghanaian. My wife is Nigerian. My children have both blood. So we should. So where should they go? This rubbish must stop. Deport criminals irrespective of where they are from. Exactly. This person is on point. Deport no matter where they are from. That is what we want. We don't need, if you see any criminal in your deport them. Let them go. See, many Nigerians have lived their life in Ghana, even married themselves. You see a Nigerian woman marry a Ghana man, and then all of a sudden you want them to, where do you want them to go to now? I'm asking you. Where do you want them to go to? You want to separate a marriage and children because of this your anger and tension? Is there anywhere you don't see criminals? Let me read what this person said again. As a people, we are too proud. I'm a Ghanaian. My wife is Nigerian. My children have both blood. So where should they go? This rubbish must stop. Deport criminals irrespective of where they are from. Yes, I believe in what this person is saying. If you find any criminal, yes. If you find any criminal in your state, please deport all. That's what Trump is doing. If he finds anyone, you deport any of them. If anyone is came into your country illegally, deport all, please. So he also said that I go to Ghana a lot, and a lot of good meaning Nigerians do well in Ghana. Yes, there are some Nigerians that are actually good. There are some Nigerians that are actually good. Now, let me talk. This person said they are holding hands on the fat of this Igbo king, but one thing they don't know is that Igbo king is one of the reasons why Ghana economy is growing. He owns almost all the companies and health care. Like I heard, they say that this Igbo king, is wealthy. And then one thing that I don't understand is that this same Igbo king that Ghanaians don't want, he's seen with prominent men, prominent figures like political leaders of Ghanaians. He's seen he's seen there, and then they don't say anything bad about him, and it's only Ghanaians that are fueling the distancing they don't want, and their president is quiet even in the Igbo king problem or whatever. But my own is if Ghanaians don't want, you see, I will not come and force something towards Ghanaians. I cannot come and go to another man's country and then force something they don't want. That is my own. That is my belief. Let me repeat myself. What Ghanaians said in that protest is that they said they are not against having what's it called, having Igbo having Nigerian community. That when you come to Ghana, you still see different country and their community. You still see it here. But trying to single out a particular tribe, and you're saying you want to come and set up a kingdom or whatever. For me, if Ghanaians doesn't want this thing if they don't want this thing, stop it. That is I don't like problem. I don't like, if they don't want this thing, please stop it. You're in another man's land. There's no need to come and be forcing something they don't want in their land. That is my belief. But you see this fact that Ghanaians are saying Nigeria must go, that all of them are all criminals. That is the one I will not accept, because there's no place you go you will not see criminals. Even when you go to UK, Nigerians are still there. If there are criminals, they deport all. If they find any drug seller or whatever, they deport all. So coming to say Nigeria, you guys are even the ones that started this thing at first in 1969. Ghana was the person that first expelled Nigerians. Now Nigerians did their own. Now Ghana is coming to say because of the crimes going in. Oh, do you feel that if Nigeria leave your country now, do you feel that the crimes will stop? Or do you think Nigerians are the ones majorly doing this in your country? Don't you know that some Ghanaians are also part of this thing? Don't you know? Don't you know? Do you think if Nigeria leave your community now, Ghana will be safe from crime? Do you think? Nigerians are not the one majorly. I will not come and say start defending Nigerians that they are not the ones, because I've seen news of Ghana said they arrested Nigerians that did that. I will not come and start defending them. I know that Nigerians commit crime in Ghana. I know, because I see news like that. But you cannot say that Nigerians are majorly the ones. There are even your people are also part of these things. Yes, and when you go to other countries, you still see criminals. What all you have to do is to deport all these criminals. You guys have the right to do that. I'm not defending my people. Oh. Somebody said, please stop defending your people. The best thing is for you to do is advise those miscreants who are misbehaving in other countries. My dear, I'm not defending my people. Like I said, I cannot come and start defending that Nigerians don't commit crime. Nigerians commit crime everywhere. Nigerians, they commit crime everywhere. But for you guys to come out and start blaming, like putting all the blame on all the nationality, like as per Nigerians, all of them are criminals, is what I will not accept. Yes, because in Ghana, you know that there are some good people. You don't need to tell me that. You cannot tell me otherwise. In Ghana, there are good people doing their business that have lived there for so many years, doing well for themselves. You cannot come and say, hey, what about them? Where do you want them to go to now? Those people that I'm saying, those Nigerians that are committing crime in Ghana, what they are doing is not good. And I advise them to stop. And if they don't want to stop, please deport them immediately. ASAP, deport them now. Deport them to come back to their country. So I'm not defending my people. Oh. So now, I'm trying to pick out what people are saying here. If you have anything to say, put it under the comment section. Now, somebody said truth about the incident of 1969. Like I said, 1969 Ghanaians were the ones. It's them that started this thing. Ghana expelled hundreds of thousands of. Let me just show you. This person said truth about the incident of 1969. In 1969, Ghana expelled hundreds of thousands of African immigrants because the last time I came live like this, and I was talking about the protest, the Nigeria must go. Somebody was like, have I forgotten what happened? The Ghana must go, blah blah blah. I didn't even know that Ghana was the one that started these things. Ghana expelled hundreds of thousands of African immigrants under the alliance, the compliance order, accusing them of economic sabotage. Now, in a twist of fate, in 1983, Nigeria turned the tables, expelling over 1 million Ghanaians during an oil glut downturn. That was the Ghana must go back, the saga. It became an enduring symbol of West Africa's turbulent immigration politics. Soon after that, after the whole saga and everything, there was this ECOWAS came up, and then they signed a treaty, an agreement that Nigerians can live in Ghana and live, marry, work, do everything they want to do freely. And Ghanaians can also live in Nigeria as well. That is why in Nigeria today you will see plenty. I even have Ghanaian friends, guys. I have Ghanaian friends, good ones, good people. Yes. And if you go to Ghana too, Ghana, they have Nigerian friends too. You cannot come and split them like this. It's not possible. Everywhere you see bad people in China. I know how many Chinese they have sentenced in Nigeria to jail here. I know how many. These are criminals. They sentenced to jail here. We cannot come and say, oh, Chinese, they are evil, they are this. No. Well, we cannot say every Chinese should leave our country. It's not possible. Somebody said Ghanaians also commit crime everywhere too. Yes, now. Ghanaians, who doesn't like, Ghanaians also commit crime everywhere. There are bad eggs in different countries. There are bad eggs. There are bad eggs. You cannot come and say, oh, because some you caught someone, or do you come and blame it on a nation? No, it's not possible. There are Ghanaians also commit crime too everywhere. Don't be surprised, even in their own country, you still see that they are even some Ghanaians are the ones doing all these things there. But then they feel that if they chase Nigerians, the crime will stop. They feel that if they chase, okay, look at when Nigeria chased Ghana, did the crime stop? Eh? Did the crime stop? So that is just it. So if you find anybody disturbing you, please send them home, never to step their land in Ghana again. I'm not in support of the what Nigerians are doing in Ghana. I'm not in support of it. Please, I am not in support of it. If you find if you find anyone kidnapping, please deport them, never to step their leg in Ghana soil again. Yes, that is justice. So now let me tell you what came up. The In fact, the results of, I told you that Bianca Ojukwu, Nigeria's Tinubu's ambassador, or Tinubu senator, went to Ghana to talk with the president, and they welcomed her. They welcomed her, just like you can see in the picture. They were taking pictures and smiling. So that is it. So now let me tell you the outcome of this visit. Let me tell you the outcome of this visit. So, like I said, even the Ghanaian official was like, was calming Ghanaians down. We're calming them down. So let me now tell you what happened. Bianca Ojukwu, Nigeria's Minister Bianca Odumegwu Ojukwu, visits Ghana to calm tension and protest, demanding Nigerians would leave Ghana. That the Ghana over crime allegation. She met with Ghana's foreign minister to protect Nigerians and strengthen ties. Like I said, Ghana is tied to Nigeria. Nigeria is tied to Ghana. You cannot separate these two countries. It's not possible. There are many celebrities from Ghana that there are many. They have followers in Nigeria, like tight followers. There's no way you can separate them. She met with Ghana foreign minister to protect Nigerians and strengthen ties. The protesters accused some Nigerians of kidnapping, fraud, prostitution, and ritual killings. Bianca Ojukwu urged calm, blamed viral fake videos for panic. And then one thing Bianca, in fact, one thing what was it called, Samuel, I think, the Ghana's foreign minister, one thing he said is that some of the videos we saw were actually fake. So Bianca Odumegwu Ojukwu urged calm, she blamed viral fake videos for panic and pushed for strong Nigeria Ghana Joint Commission. Ghana's minister Samuel promised to protect all residents but warned everyone to obey the law. He reminded both nations about the past Ghana must go and aliens the Ghana must go, and to avoid the repetition of the mistake. This visit comes after the controversial, SND in Ghana. The rising fear about foreign community leadership in Ghana. Both countries now face the challenge of balancing security with human rights and regional, unity. See, when I saw this protest, I first of all laughed because me, I feel that Nigerians, this is not their problem. Nigerians are suffering with insecurity in their land. So coming to say Nigerians must go is not gonna work at all. Like, is a no. Is a no. This is not Nigerians' problem. So there are lots Nigerians need to tackle in their, there are a lot, they need to push their energy to to their country first. because they have a lot, they're passing through economic problem. Bringing all this Ghana must go is like a distraction to them. So me, at first, I knew this thing will not work. I knew it will not work. Like I said, if you have anything to say, put it under the comment section. Let's talk about it. So now, this person said, you see that same thing I was saying. He said, hi, one thing I would say is this is 2025. The world is in financial crisis, food insecurity, and many more. And Africa will bear the bonds of it if it gets worse. So that is it. One thing we should put our mind is, the things we are facing, the challenges, and stop this noise. And stop this noise. That is just it. Nigerians, they have a lot to, tackle. This is like the list of their problems. So somebody said that Nigerians must go is not an issue. The crime rates, if the workless Nigeria and Ghana has no reason to live. Sorry, let me come again. He said Nigerians must go is not an issue. The crime rates of the workless Nigeria and Ghana has no reason to live in Ghana as long as they aren't born here. What we are saying is, please, I'm saying this, I'll say it 100 times. If there's anybody in Ghana, whether a Nigerian or whether from South Africa, whether from Europe, anywhere at all, that is committing crime, that please send them out, never to step their leg in Ghana. It's very simple. Whether they have job or they don't have job, please send them out to never step their leg in Ghana again. It is very simple. I will say that 100 times. I would say this person that is saying leave our country, you are bad. It's like, will I say you're dreaming or something? Because Nigerians self, they don't even agree. Nigerians, they have refused. Yes, this is, if you're telling Nigerians to leave your country that they are bad, that means I will say you're actually, kind of dreaming about Nigerians leaving your country, because it's not going to work. You guys signed something. You guys should not start this tension. It won't end well. There are a lot of Ghanaians living here in Nigeria. There are a lot of Ghanaians living in Europe, living in other places. So coming to say Nigerians must leave, it doesn't make sense. Stop making this noise. So somebody said something. Somebody said people were crying. That was in 1967. This person said he was a living witness to what Ghanaians did. Let me come again. This person said people were crying in that year, to the extent we have to go for emergency holiday so that our people can use the schools as hostels in Lagos Island. The year back, I'm a living witness. You see what happened? Ghanaians were the ones that started this thing at first in 1969. Sorry, in 1969. Ghana expelled hundreds of African immigrants, and then Nigeria did their own. Now they are coming back to say Nigerians must go. For what? For what? Why? This person said people were crying in that year, to the extent we had to go for emergency holiday so that our people can use the schools as hostels in Lagos Island. That year back, I am a living witness. So these Nigerians must go is like, making noise. Somebody said, we don't have problem with you, Nigerian, but the fact is we need not the kingship thing. We have our kings and queens in Ghana. Ghana resolves that kingdom you are building. We never hear anything about this. Although I don't really get, but what I understand from what this person is saying is that, about the Igbo kingdom and whatever. Just like I said, I feel Ghana should have settled this with his people, because if an Igbo king is in Ghana and the president is not saying anything about it, that means he actually accepts the Igbo king in Ghana. I don't know if you guys are understanding. So now the president have the right to stop anything called Igbo king. So it is left for your president to do the right thing. If that man is still existing in Ghana and is the Igbo king in Ghana, and your president is quiet, you guys should not come and start facing Igbos. Face your president for accepting this. If you guys don't want it, face your president. Don't come and start facing Igbos, because Igbos do not do anything to you guys. It is your president that allowed it, because your president have the right to stop any Igbo king anything. They have the right to stop it, whatever, the Igbo king, whatever. He has the right to stop it. So for him to be quiet, that means he accepts it. So you face your president and leave both the Igbo king and Igbos alone. Face your president and leave the. For me, like I always say, if Ghanaians doesn't want an Igbo king, guys, they should stop it. That is my own. So somebody said Ghana and Nigeria will always love each other. Nigeria has supported Ghana for years. Yes, Nigerians, even as well as also supported Ghana has also supported Nigeria. It's just Ghanaians are more humble than Nigerians. That is just it. So these two countries has helped each other in one way or the other. Saying that they should leave now is not going to work. It's not going to work. Somebody said there is a Nigerian guy selling tramadol. Consistently kept his place. I don't really get, but my own is, if you find anyone doing such a crime, please, you tell, or you don't really need to come and start telling us here. It's better you report to your police, because your police is close to you. Report to your police and then deport them if it's possible. That's just it. I will not tell you that you should not. I will not defend any Nigerian person. I will not defend any of them. So now somebody said here that nothing we need to look at is this fact that there are some Nigerians they also bring to Ghana. They say that they came here for, in fact they promised them that they came for work. They are going to find better job for them, not knowing that it was a prostitution work. So this person said about the prostitution, the young girl said they never knew they bring them to Ghana as sex slaves. That's one thing. So the Ghanaians that are shouting prostitution, Nigerians are here committing prostitutions. Some that they brought from Nigeria never knew. They promised them good life, promised to get a better work for them. And don't be surprised, these people that are bringing them are, Ghanaians. Don't be surprised, guys, that the people that are bringing them for the sex slaves, sex work, are Ghanaians that will bring them, they promise them good work, but they never knew what they came for was to, to start, working as prostitutes in Ghana. So you can see. So that's for it. So somebody said, forget about the sex slaves. When those ladies were coming, what job skill did they come with? They promised them to find better jobs. If you check their, they promised to find better job for them. All of a sudden, they see the job they offer for them is to be sleeping with one man, from going from one place another, sleeping with men. That's it. That is how you see the prostitution get, and then they call Nigerians. Somebody said, let's there be peace. Let there be peace and mutual understanding to resolve the issue. To resolve the issue, please. So we should just understand ourselves and resolve this issue. As for me, for Nigerians to leave, Ghana is not even possible at all. So if you have anything to say, put it under the comment section, let's chit chat. So now somebody said, as an educated Ghanaian, I'm from UK. Somebody said, as an educated Ghanaian, I'm from UK. Me and my wife visits Ghana often. There are a lot of Africans in Ghana. The whole Ghana Niger thing needs to stop because it doesn't even make sense at all. It doesn't even make sense at all. Somebody said you forget the 1983, the Ghana problem. Now, what about the 1967 when Ghana expelled Nigerians? Have you forgotten that as well? Did you forget that? Somebody said, somebody said, let me just show you guys. He said there are a lot of Nigerians in Ghana, a lot of Igbos in Kumasi. So many Igbos have rented our house in Kumasi. I welcome Igbo King in Ghana, just like anybody else. You can see that a fellow Ghanaian is actually saying this thing. You can see. So all this whole tension is just for nothing. Somebody said, just respectfully, kick out all these illegal people. It's very simple. Just kick them out. Kick them out. That is all we just kick them out. Kick them out. That is just it. Somebody said that the people on here saying we don't need Nigerians in Ghana. Can I ask you, where should my children go? Please ask them who. Ask them. Because this man said that his wife is a Nigerian and he's a Ghanaian. So now, where do you want his children to go to? Ask, you guys should need to answer this man. My children are both. My forefathers helped, Ghana gain independence. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. These things, it doesn't make sense. Nigeria or Nigerians must go. It doesn't even make sense at all. So this person said 99% of Nigerians are evil. This person that is saying this thing, I just help God help you. Like, I just need you to have understanding first, because you need to have that understanding before you come out and start talking. Which one is 99% of Nigerians are evil? I don't need. There are some things I actually need to reply. There are some things I don't need to reply, honestly, because people don't understand that. Blaming criminality in one nationality is actually very wrong. Is actually very wrong. So let me just continue. If you have anything to say, drop it in the comment section. So Bianca actually said, that peace should, Ghana should be calm. Ghana should be calm, and they actually resolved some things. Now, in her words, like I said, on the part of the Ghana Foreign Minister Samuel, he appealed for calm. He reassured Nigerians and other foreign nationals living in Ghana that they remain protected by the Ghanaian government, provided they remain law-abiding. If they remain law-abiding, that is just it. If they remain law-abiding. So, the Samuel pointed out that many viral videos fueling panic were misleading or outright false, adding that no credible threat exists of mass explosion. But he did not mince words about the need for all residents, citizens, and foreigners alike to respect Ghana law. He reminded both countries of a painful past, the 1969, and the 1983, the Ghana Must Go saga. Two moments in which thousands were forced to leave overnight, deepening wounds that still linger decades later. To truly understand today's friction, we must look back in 1969. Ghana expelled hundreds of thousands of African immigrants under the Alliance Compliance Order, accusing them of economic sabotage. In a twist of fate, in 1983, Nigeria turned the table, expelling over 1 million Ghanaians during an oil glut downturn, the Ghana Must Go saga then. So now, in recent years, Ghana has become a magnet for Nigerian entrepreneurship, traders, and students. But tension flared again when Eze Chukwudi Ihenetu, a traditional Igbo leader, was installed as SND Igbo na Ghana, complete with a lavish palace. For some Ghanaians, this stirred fear of foreign invasion, asserting parallel authority, a direct challenge to Ghanaian sovereignty. So, in response, traditional rulers back home in southeast Nigeria abolished the title for Igbo leaders living outside Igbo land, hoping to diffuse growing backlash. For now, calm has returned, but the underlying tension remains as Ambassador Ojukwu and her team continue their engagement. Both nations face a test. Can they find common ground to tackle crime without scapegoating millions of innocent migrants? Can they build bridge where past generation built walls? Can citizens resist the pull for populism and hate and demand better governance and security for all, regardless of nationality? Now, what do you think? Is this protest, or is this protest a justified outcry against crime, or does it risk opening old wounds of the xenophobia and collective punishment? Let us know your thoughts under the comment section as well. So now, Bianca Ojukwu urged calm, blamed viral fake video for panic, and punished and pushed for a stronger Nigerian Ghana joint commission. Ghana minister promised to protect all residents but warned everyone to obey the law. He reminded both nations about the past, and this visit comes after the controversy the SND tied to the rising fear of foreign community leadership in Ghana. Both countries now face the challenge of facing security with human rights regional unity. Now, this unfolding tension also tests the strength of the economic communities, yes, of West African states, ECOWAS. You know that Nigeria and Ghana, they are tied to each other when it comes to ECOWAS treaty. ECOWAS was founded to promote free movement of people, goods, and services across West Africa. Yet, decades later, incidents like this protest shows that ordinary citizens still struggle to trust or benefit fully from regional promises. Fear, crime, and economic hardship can easily overpower the ideals of brotherhood when government fails to address not cause. Now, let me come down to what you guys are saying here. Now, somebody said, don't forget the Ghanaians that are chasing our people today. We are once our shoemaker in Nigeria before. This is what this person says. Say, don't forget the Ghanaians that are chasing our people today. We are once our shoemakers in Nigeria before. That was then when Ghana were still, the 1983 the night that Ghana must go saga then. So now this man even said that his wife is even an Igbo man. Wow. So now this person said, you say they are Ghanaians who brought the sex slaves. How did those Ghanaians convince their parents or guardians before bringing them to Ghana? Hence, we fail to accept your null hypothesis. So now, I said, don't be surprised. I'm not like trying to assure you this, because I know that you cannot majorly blame Nigerians or for all this. There are some Ghana, yes, in Nigeria itself, you still see some Nigerians that are committing crime. In Ghana too, you still see some Ghanaians committing crime. So the truth is that you cannot come and say Nigerians majorly. Like I said, don't be surprised that some of these Ghanaians are the ones bringing these sex people and all of that. Get my point well. So that is what I'm saying. So now, I think Ghana and Nigeria needs to focus on their economy and leave all this problem. Leave all this Nigeria must go or Ghana must go. They should leave all this problem. Somebody said, I know Nigerians that are married to white people and have kids. So where do they go? They stay where they are. I think this person is actually replying the man that said, that he's a Ghanaian and then he married a Nigerian. If Ghana are saying Nigeria must go, where would his children go to? Now, this person is saying, I know Nigerians that are married to white people and have kids. So where do they go? They stay where they are. So now, I'm trying to like take what some people are saying here. So now this person said, leave Nigerians who are Africans to alone. If any person, regardless of nationality, commits a crime, let the law deal and take its course. Don't generalize. Exactly. This is my point. This is what I'm always saying. Please leave Nigerians who are Africans to alone. If you find anybody, any bad egg, anybody at all, irrespective of it, regardless of the person's nationality, let the law, let Ghana law deal with them. If you want to cut off their hand, if your law says cut off their hand, please cut off their hand. Because for them to come to another man's country, disobeying, they should know the law. If for them to live in Ghana, they should know Ghana law. So if the law says cut off their hand, please do it. If they say chase them, please do it. Don't come and start generalizing the problem. Don't come and start saying Africans are this, Africans are that, or Nigerians are this. Please, it's one thing that we won't take. That is justice. It's one thing that we won't take. That is my problem. It's one thing we won't take. That is just it. Now, let me take this last one. Let's be honest, poverty in any society has its vices. Very true. Our leaders need to fix it up. Every king lives in his own kingdom. That is what I'm saying. The fact that Nigerians are committing, and one thing I will always say, Ghana's too, they're also committing their Ghanaians, they're also committing their crime in Ghana. You cannot come and majorly blame it on Nigerians alone. There are some Ghanaians too that are committing that crime in Ghana. So now all these things, why all this thing is happening is because of the poverty and everything. That's it. It breeds all this thing. So now the thing is that both Nigeria and Ghana, they should fix this poverty problem. That's just it. They should fix this problem and stop. They should fix this problem so that this crime will stop at least a bit. Because even if Nigerians leave Ghana, the crime will not still stop. Yes, the crime will not still stop. The crime will not still stop. Even when when Nigeria chased Abi, expelled Ghanaians, did the crime stop? What happened? Is Nigeria good even now? You don't see what's happening in Nigeria today. So me, I'm not here to start defending my people. No, I'm not defending Nigeria. I'm not defending Nigeria. Oh, I'll tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. We don't need this unnecessary violence. We don't need this unnecessary tension. What we need is peace. Nigeria is that country that that has many challenges when it comes to their politics, when it comes to their economy, zero. The security is maximum. Everything here is just, in fact, it's not even, in fact, to live here or to even, it's very hard to survive in this country, Nigeria. But all I'm saying, all this thing is that you cannot, despite all these things going on in Nigeria, you cannot come and still say Nigerians, all of them are all criminals. I want you guys to also know that there are some Ghanaians in Ghana that are also part of these crimes you guys are coming out to protest for. Yes, they are part of this crime. So and all these things that will cause all these things, that will cause all these crimes from by Nigerian or from by Ghanaians is poverty. So Nigerian government should fix the way Bianca Ojukwu went to Ghana. Is the same way I want Bianca Ojukwu to help fix problems, to appeal to Tinubu. That is what we want, to fix the problem in this country, because all this wahala now is due to poverty. And then Ghana too, fix the problems and the economic problems in Ghana. That is all we are saying. This unnecessary tension is not what we want at all. And what we are saying is, I'm not coming here to defend any Nigerian. If you find any Nigerian in your country, whatever your law says to do to them, please do it to any Nigerian that is committing crime. Anyone that, like I heard in the news, they said they arrested 50 Nigerian that in Nigeria that committed crime, this, that. Please, whatever your law, anything you want to use them and do, use them and do whatever your law says. Because for them to come to Ghana, they should know the rules and regulation, and it's a must. There should be a law abiding. Even ECOWAS, they signed it. They said they should be law. They know the law in Ghana. So if they don't go there and do otherwise, do another thing instead. Please, whatever your law says to do to them, do it to them. If they say they should send them back to Nigeria, do it immediately. We don't need this unnecessary anger and all these things. We need peace. Somebody said, but Ghanaians in Nigeria are killing. I don't actually understand what this person is saying. I would love if you rephrase what you said, but I think what he's trying to say is that Ghanaians in Nigeria are actually killing people. So now, all I'm saying is that we want peace. We don't want this unnecessary tension. We want peace. We don't need this. When I saw this protest at first, I was laughing because this will never work. Remember the ECOWAS treaty and everything. So all these things will not. What of those people that have, just like this man that has children, that his wife is a Nigerian, an Igbo person for that matter. An Igbo, the same Ghanas, they said, especially Igbo. What did Igbo do to you? If you don't want, can you imagine? Hey God, Ghanaians are saying they don't want the Igbo king, but your president allowed him. I don't understand. So why are you going after Igbo? That's one thing with people. Your Ghanaians are saying they don't want a king, the Igbo king, but your president allowed him. Because me, I feel that for that man to still be there answering as an Igbo in Ghana, your president has allowed it, is aware of it. Even before it happened, before the coronation, he's aware. And for him to allow it up till now, your president is aware. And obviously he wants it. So if you guys doesn't want it, if you guys don't want that king, you guys should face your president and leave Igbos alone. What did Igbos do to you? What is the crime of an Igbo person? Why are you coming to blame Igbos? Why the hate for the Igbos? Why the hate? Why the hate? I'm asking you guys. Doesn't make sense, please. If you don't want that Igbo king, face your president for allowing him. This Igbo king self, he's always seen with prominent Ghanaians, like political leaders in Ghana. He attend, all these big meetings and take pictures with all these political leaders in Ghana. And here the Ghanaians are saying they don't want him, and then they are fighting. They even went as far as bringing down, destroying shops of Igbos in Ghana. It doesn't make sense at all. You guys are starting what you guys cannot even finish. Because a lot of Ghanaians are in Nigeria too, many in Igbo land too. So this doesn't make sense at all. You guys should face your president. For me, I will always say it. If Ghanaians doesn't want something in their land, there's no need of even starting it at first. That is what I'm saying. So guys, I've come to the end of this live section. For now, thank you for joining me in this live section. Remember, it's peace that we want. We don't want violence. It's peace that we want. So thank you for joining me in this live section. Thank you for staying with me. And I will see you guys next time. If you're new to this channel, guys, do well to hit that subscribe button so that you will not miss any breaking news at all. You will not miss out in any breaking news. Thank you for joining me. And I'll see you guys in my next live section. Have a good night's rest.